And welcome back to another installment of Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club. I'm your host, sensei-pong. And last time, unfortunately, we got called up to the office. And the only reason why we can think of that would be, well, we almost killed Shane. So, we'll see what happens next time on Sensei-pong. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That joke is gonna get old real fast. I went to the office, ready to admit my wrongdoing to the headmaster or whoever would be there to scold me. I gave the slip of paper to the girl who was for some reason working the desk. Hi, Hannah. Oh, hold on. I remember her voice. Kakusu. Hide. Yeah, that's a funny name. Kakusu. Hi, Hannah. You left your ID and the card in the library. We need to confirm it was you picking it up. Don't want it to get into the wrong hands. She stopped her sentence on an odd pitch, as if they already were in the wrong hands. I'd like to say a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders, but Shane-related guilt still hung over my head. Kakusu held up my ID and examined it, then looked at my face. Scanning. That's creepy. I'm fine. Kakusu emitted an odd beeping noise. I'm not sure what to think of that. Velma has gone like creepy Robo on us. Are her eyes red or hazel? I can't tell. If they're red, she's a Terminator. Here you are. She handed me the card and signed her name off on the paper. As she did so, she squinted at me. You know, you look familiar to me. I do? Scanning databases. Her eyes shined. I took an uncomfortable step back, wondering whether to run away. A sudden look of realization crossed her face. You are friends with Shane, are you not? Yes, I am. Kakusu shook her head. If you are friends with Shane, then the information should remain classified. What? What? Why? Classified. I huffed angrily, but Kakusu didn't seem to notice. I'm pronouncing her name so horribly. You're good to go. Take care of your card and enjoy lunch. I said my thanks and held my ID card between my fingers. A lot of worrying, all for this? Oh well, it's time to get lunch. I was completely unable to find Shane during lunch. Apparently, despite being in class, his stomach still wasn't completely settled. The smell in the air made him feel nauseous, which meant I didn't have a chance to talk to him. Oh. After class ended, I tried to get to him, but the hustle and bustle of students blocked the way. Shane put on his bag and left the room before I'd even gotten halfway across. Those were the perks of sitting near the door. I wasn't about to stalk him to his dormitory, so instead May and I headed to the library to study as planned. As we walked, I held up my ID and smiled, just like in my picture. Look what I lost.
Really?
That was it? How disappointing. Don't get mad at me, but I thought it'd be funny if I saw you in the handcuffs being pushed into a police car. I had my phone ready to just take an angsty picture of you and everything. It would have been badass. May looked off in the distance, daydreaming. I was fine with being the target of her felonious fantasies, as long as she didn't try to actually make me do anything. Oh yeah! She snapped back into reality and grabbed my arms excitedly.
Yeah!
They were talking about you!
What?
What? Who? What? Normal Boots, right before lunch. As soon as class was over, John started talking to Shane, pretty loudly I might add, about how you liked him. They know, I mean, what did they say? What did Shane say? Come on, Hannah, everyone knows it. You've been doing so many things for him. They were saying the exact same thing. Shane just kept denying it. He didn't say anything else, but no. Oh, there he is. He's standing right there in front of the library. Huh? What? What am I supposed to say? Well, why is he there, May? She had vanished. I would receive no help. Shane gave me a small wave as I approached. Was he waiting for he was waiting for me, right?
Hey.
Hey. I stopped in front of him. Before you say anything, I just want to say I'm so sorry for making you that fish for you. I really didn't think it'd be that spicy. I've been worrying about this non-stop since. I thought I made you really sick. May suggested I visit you in your dorm, but that didn't go so well last time, and I thought it would just make you angrier than you already were, so... Well, okay. First, your fish did not make me sick. Jared gave me his cold. I didn't want to give it to anyone else. Now here, it was the pepper. It was not gonna kill me. I ain't no snail, or whatever May's been saying. And just like that, all my problems were solved.
Really?
Oh, you're really fine? No internal bleeding or anything?
Yeah.
I'm fine. Stop worrying. It added like a little spice to my life. He smiled. A real smile. But that's not what I was wanting to talk to you about. I'm in art class, and we need to have a full portrait done by next week. Now, I was wondering if you'd be my model again? His hands were in his pockets. He wasn't looking at me, nothing I wasn't used to. I almost instantly agreed, just because it was Shane, but my discomfort outweighed the impulse. Well, I don't know. I wasn't the most confident of my looks. Modeling for practice was one thing, but the actual portrait to be seen by the whole art class made me wary. Now, it'll only be for a few hours, any time you're free.
Well...
I guess I kinda owe you for what I did.
Right?
Yeah, you tried to kill me! So, you do? I totally just dropped every word in that sentence. So you do? I know. That's exactly who I think of when I do that voice. Short Round, my favorite sidekick of all TV and fiction. I was about to say yes, but then I actually started thinking about it.
No!
No, I don't owe you anything.
Well...
Well, I didn't mean it like that. You've been mean to me since I got here. I've tried to do nice things, but it didn't have any effect, did it? You're still mean to me, so why should I do more for you? Hannah, it was a joke. No, I tried to kill you. Why don't you ask some other girl to do it then? Shane was quiet for a few moments, then mumbled an excuse I wasn't in the mood to hear. It's just that it's a school assignment, and you'll have. What about it? It's weird. Suspicious? Never mind. Now it's never mind? Whatever. Aww. We had a fight. It is kind of adorable. I gave him no chance to respond, heading into the library where May was, eagerly waiting.
Hey, what's up?
Is everything alright? You're looking kinda... tomato-y. Yes, everything's fine. Let's just study. Oh. What a sad face. I didn't have any contact with Shane until the next day at lunch. They were serving bacon-stuffed turkey wraps. It sounds good. That's making me... I'm kinda hungry too. Let's... Actually, your lunchtime. Yeah, no, you do work graveyard. When I worked graveyard, 3 a.m. was my lunchtime. I'm still on that schedule. It's messed up my body clock. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll go to the lobby to get our... Well, that was pretty good. I had some leftover lasagna. I didn't have any contact with Shane until the next day at lunch. Oh yeah, that's what got me hungry. Bacon stuffed turkey wraps. It wasn't the kind of thing I'd usually go for, but bakers can't be choosers. I grabbed a tray and went to the back of the line. In seconds, Shane lined up behind me. Oh. He didn't say anything or look at me. Instead, a thick tension thralled the air between us. It was a little much for me to get angry at him after he forgave me for setting his mouth on fire. Maybe I was too quick to anger. Maybe that was unreasonable. I wanted to apologize, but I didn't want to bring it back up. Felt like it would only make things worse. Shane sighed behind me, and my thoughts trailed back to his offer. Modeling for him was the first time was fun, albeit a bit terrifying, but maybe I could put the fear behind me. It was to help him with his project after all. Maybe he would actually start trusting me. ... Yeah, right. As if that was gonna happen.
Hey.
Now, I know you didn't give me a bad food on purpose. Thank you for doing such a nice thing. Anyway, I'd like to be wanting to ask you to model for me again ever since the flower festival. I placed my tray under the glass, and smiling cafeteria workers spooned me some steamed asparagus. Seeing my non-reaction, Shane changed tactics. I know you're peeved at me, and I'm sorry. The turkey wrap was placed on my tray, and after grabbing a glass of chocolate milk, I headed for the usual table. Shane grabbed his glass and jogged to catch up with me. Of course, by divine intervention, we were the first to reach the table, alone. I was trapped. So, will you model for my project?
Well...
Hannah, at least say something! I looked away. How should I respond? Sure, or it seems like you're just using me. Oh. No, we're gonna say sure. Why not? Shane's eyes lit up. At this rate, Shane and I would end up in a stalemate. I wanted to help him after all. What good would come from me being difficult? So, should I, wear makeup or something? Do my hair? I've never done this before.
No.
You're fine as you are. Oh, okay. Cool. I guess. I'll see you tomorrow morning before class. I had no idea where else we would meet, and since I knew he usually came early, it seemed like the least awkward place. Neutral ground. Yes! Bring your best face! Hey guys, what's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Paul, Nick, and Josh all joined us at the table, smug smiles on their faces. Nothing, eh? Nothing! For some reason, Paul started laughing. He launched me into an explanation of some kind, a petition for Shane to do more artwork for his campaign. You did the art for Paul's campaign pictures? Of course. What else would he do? Who else could do it? No, who else would do it? Shane was really good at drawing. If he did those... Suddenly, anxiety gripped my heart. Tomorrow morning loomed large before me. I was both thrilled and terrified. I stood in front of the classroom that morning, heart pounding. My hair was freshly washed and as nice as I could make it, my face slightly dusted with makeup, my uniform neatly pressed. It was fine. It was just a quick portrait. How bad could it be? I reached a trembling hand for the door.
Hana!
Hana! And with that, I'm going to say this is actually an excellent point to cut off, and with a nice little cliffhanger for all you kiddies to be hanging on the cliff. Now, some of you are going to slip and fall into the crevasse below, but, you know, that's why you got to hit that like and subscribe button for that not to happen. That allegory actually worked out quite well. Because if you don't hit the subscribe button and you're not subscribed to me, you might not be able to find my videos again. You might forget who I am. And that'd be sad. And it'd bring a tear to my little pong eye. I'm out of here. Like and subscribe. Hana? I know. I go back and forth between Hana and Hannah. I've been trying to actually do that. Okay. There is more thought in these Let's Plays than you think, because I've been trying to do it so like PBG says Hannah, and ProJared says Hana. No, I'm just saying when certain characters are saying her name, I'm pronouncing things differently. And that just goes with all the other characters. I'm actually trying to stay consistent with pronunciation between characters. Like some characters that have different like speech patterns than others. I try to do that in my Let's Plays, that way you can have a clear distinction on who's talking and who's not. Yeah. If it's just narration and not actual dialogue, I go back and forth, but that's only because I'm confusing myself.